Loop of Henle. What is the loop of Henle? Let's see the diagram. First, the diagrammatical information of the counter current theory. Let's see the diagram. Yes. Yes, the counter current mechanism. The counter current mechanism. The second region is known as a loop of Henle. The second region is loops of Henle. The second current mechanism occurs in loops of Henle's. So the loop of Henle means the renal tubule. This is known as a cortex. This is known as a medulla. So the renal tubule is descending into medullary region. The renal tubule is descending into medullary region. When after these are looping like a hairpin, that is known as a loop of Henle. Loops of Henle, which look like a which-like structure, U shape and a hairpin-like structure. Loops of Henle's. So when it is which one, the renal tubule descending into towards of the medulla, it is shown U-shaped structure. That is known as a loop of Henle. So in this region, so when this renal tubules are descending into medullary region, towards of the medullary region. So the descending limb, what is the nature of the descending limb? So the descending limbs are majorly impermeable of the sodium and chloride ions and permeable of the water and water molecules. So nature is, it is only permeable from the water molecules. So these are primary urine. This is a primary urine. This is primary urine containing more number of the water molecules. Okay, so these are permeable of the water. This water comes out from the renal tubule to interstitial fluid. Interstitial fluid means this descending limb is only permeable for the exchanging of the water. Nothing but carries the water molecules from the renal tubule. It is impermeable. Very, very important. It is impermeable of the which one? Sodium and chloride ions. Sodium and chloride ions. But in this process, there is a passive mechanism was occur. The passive transport was occur. In the passive transport mechanism, these are also, which one? The descending limb also permeable of sodium and chloride ions from the descending limb to interstitial fluid. From the descending limb to interstitial. Which process? This is known as passive process. Very, very important. Passive process. Never discussing in before. This is about the passive transport in the descending limb. But now we are discussing about the passive transport of this descending limb. Why? Because these are very essential for exchanging of ions. Sodium and chloride ions. What I am saying? So the renal tubules are descending into the medullary region, towards of the medullary region. It is shown a loop-like structure that is known as a loop of Henle. In this, the descending part of the loop of Henle, the descending part of the renal tubule is shown two types of nature. What is that? It is only permeable of the water. It is only permeable with the water from renal tubule to interstitial fluid. From the renal tubule to interstitial. That is known as a absorption. That is known as selective reabsorption. The selective reabsorption, nothing but it is a permeable of the water to releasing into, nothing but comes out from the renal tubule to interstitial fluid. Are you clear? In some cases, it is a passive transport also done by the descending limb. In the passive transport, it is also permeable of the sodium chloride ions. In the passive transport, nothing but there is no expenditure of the energy. Some cases, so it is also allowing of the sodium and chloride ions from their descending limb. But it is most of the cases, nothing but the most of the cases it is impermeable of the sodium and chloride ions. Are you clear? Next one. This loop is towards of the cortex. So that loop is known as ascending limb. The loop is towards of cortex region. The loop is known as a, what is that? Ascending limb. So it is known as a ascending limb. So what is that ascending limb? The ascending limbs are shown. Nothing but these ascending limbs are shown permeable of the sodium and chloride ions, non-permeable of the water molecules. Means, so there is no permeable. So the sodium and chloride ions are enters into the ascending limb. Okay, which one the sodium and chloride ions are enters into the ascending limb? When after these are permeable, so this fluid is enters into the loop. The loop is known as a Henle's loop. This Henle's loop containing hypertonic urine. What is the how it is causes hypertonic urine? The water comes into interstitial fluid. The concentration will be increasing. The concentration was there, increasing of the concentration, that is known as hypertonic urine is formed in loop of Henle. So this loop of Henle only containing ions and some amount of the uric acid. So there is no water. Little amount of the water was there. Excess amount of the water, huge amount of the water is permeable from the ascending part. So less amount of the water and huge amount of the uric acid and hippuric acid and creatines are there in loop of Henle. So the urine will be converted into concentratic. That is known as a concentratic or hypertonic urine was there in loop of Henle. Are you clear? Next one, this loop of Henle to towards of the medulla. So this wider portion is known as ascending limb. Towards of the medulla, it is shown in the one of the wider portion. Wider portion is known as a ascending limb. So this ascending limb is a permeable of the sodium and chloride ion. Means permeable means these containing huge amount of the sodium and chloride ion. I will give the different color, showing different color for the sodium and chloride ions from green color. So these sodium and chloride ions are there in ascending limb. There is an ascending limb. So these comes out from the ascending limb and enters into the interstitial space or interstitial region. So these are both are there in interstitial space. These containing some of the water. Which one? The ascending limb containing some amount of the water and uric acid and etc. Okay. So when it is enters into which one? When it is enters into the cortex region, so the pressure is 300 osmolarity per kg. 300 osmolarity per kg of the filtration. So when it is descending of the loop of Henle, the what is that? The concentration is 1200. The concentration is 1200 osmolality per kg. So what is that? The cortex region very less concentration. In the deeper medulla region have a huge amount of the concentration. Nothing but the gradually increasing from the ascending to descending. So the ascending region have a 300 osmolality per kg. In this descending region, nothing but loop of Henle region containing 1200 osmolality per kg. So these comes out of the interstitial region. When these consistent of which one after these comes out of the interstitial fluid of sodium and chloride ion, this containing water and some amount of the uric acid was there in ascending limb. Yes. So this ascending limbs shown one of the loop. The loop is known as a distal convoluted tubule. It is called as a distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubule is there in cortex region, located in the cortex region. When these are shown 300 osmolality per kg. 300 osmolarity per kg. So which one? These are consisted of only water and some amount of the uric acid. So when it is the distal convoluted tubule, the distal convoluted tubule permeable of the water. Distal convoluted tubule, it is only permeable of the water. Only permeable of the water means it is permeable of the water means it is absorption of water and releasing into what is the interstitial fluid, and that's what is selective reabsorption. So the concentration will more and more increasing on distal convoluted tube. The concentration will be increasing means the elimination of the water molecules from the substances. So there is no less amount of the water is there in distal convoluted tubule. So that is leads into high concentration. So the high concentration was urine enters into the distal convoluted tubule too. Finally, it is leads into collective duct. Finally leads into collective duct. The final leads into collective duct. This is known as this is called as a hypertonic uric acid. Hypertonic uric acid. Are you clear? So finally the ascending limb leads into this distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubule also permeable of the water, non-permeable of the sodium and chloride ions. So what is the permeable? It is also shown selective reabsorption of the water from the uric acid, and nothing but urine. So this is what is absorption of the water molecules? The substances will become more concentrated. So the more concentrated substances are releasing into one of the duct is known as a collective duct. Is collective duct finally collects of excess amount of the what is that uric acid and along with some amount of the hippuric and creatine substances. So this is consistent of 1200 osmolality kg in the loop of Henle region, 300 osmolality per kg on distal convoluted tubule. Are you clear? So this is the vasa recta, and the second one is known as the loop of Henle, mechanism of counter current theory. First one. So let's discussing once again about the loop of Henle. What is that? So the kidney containing two regions are known as the cortex and medullary regions are there. So the cortex, finally the proximal convoluted tubule is towards of the medulla through the one of the large funnel-like tubule. The funnel-like tubule is known as the renal tubule. So the renal tubule is towards of the medulla. So that medulla called as a descending. So that is known. The tubule is called as a what are they? Descending limb. The tubule is called as a descending limb. So the tubule shows it is made up of which one? Cuboidal, simple squamous epithelial membrane. So it is only permeable of the water. It is only permeable of the water, non-permeable of the sodium and chloride ions. Non-permeable of the sodium and chloride means this concentrated after the filtration. Don't get confused. After the filtration, the primary urine comes into distal convoluted tubule. This distal convoluted, the primary urine contains more amount of the water, ions, vitamins. What is that? These are there. So when it enters into descending limb, it is only absorption, reabsorption of the water. That is process known as a permeable of the water of the descending limb. Permeable of the water of the descending limb. This is non-permeable of the sodium and chloride. Non-permeable. It is the nature of the descending limb is non-permeable of the sodium and chloride. In some cases, some cases, it is permeable from the sodium and ions in which process? Selective transporting process. Not active transport, only selective process. Nothing but without expenditure of the energy. So this water molecules and sodium chloride ions are both are enters into the which fluid? Interstitial fluid. Interstitial fluid. Are you clear? Interstitial fluid. Next one. So these next after these are permeable of the water, the primary urine will come leads into one of the loop of the region, that is known as a loop of Henle. After their absorption, there is no means very less amount of the water was there in loop of Henle region. So the loop of Henle containing more of the concentrated urine, that is called as a hypertonic urine. The more concentrated urine is called as a hypertonic urine. So this hypertonic urine will be moves or goes into towards of the medullary region. There is a shown in one of the wide tubule-like structure is known as the ascending limb. So what is the nature of the ascending limb? The ascending limb is also made up of simple cuboidal epithelial membrane So it is also permeable of it is permeable of the sodium and chloride ions, non-permeable of the water molecules. So it is absorption of the sodium and chloride ions and releasing into interstitial fluid. Are you clear? Releasing into interstitial fluid means this fluid is absence of sodium and chloride ions, only containing less amount of the water and uric acid is there. When it leads into distal convoluted tubule, nothing but DCT. So what is that? That is the two words of the cortex. So distal convoluted tubule have one of the loop-like structure. The distal convoluted tubule, it is also made up of simple cuboidal epithelial membrane. It is only permeable of the water, non-permeable of the ions. So in this nature, it is also absorption of water molecules. Absorption of the water molecules. When this primary urine was enters into the distal convoluted tubule, when the capacity, when the pressure is 300 osmolality per kg. When it is enters into this region, the pressure is 300 osmolality per kg. When it is urine is enters into this loop of Henle, that is known as 200 osmolality per kg. After these are reabsorption, the urine will become more concentrated. The concentrated urine, that is concentrated urine, will be collected by the one of the large duct is known as a collective duct. So the collective duct is completely consistent of excess amount of the uric acid and hippuric acid, hippuric acid and creatine phosphates are there. So these are very concentrated. That is known as a hypertonic urine. So this hypertonic urine is excreted by mammalians and birds. Are you clear? The hypertonic urine is excreted by mammalians and birds. So this is known as a counter current mechanism. Are you clear? Distal convoluted tubule is 300 osmolality and loop of Henle containing 1200 osmolality. There means these are known as from this distal convoluted cortex to cortex to medulla. The pressure will be increasing 200, 60, 600, 900. 10, 1000, 1100 and 1200 like this. From cortex to region, concentration will be increasing, gradually increasing from the cortex to medulla. 1200 one region and 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1100 and will be finally loop of Henle. When it is reaches into loop of Henle, the concentration will be the highest level is 1200 osmolality per kg from cortex to medulla, the gradually increasing of the osmolality pressure. Are you clear?